Fine, fiend.
Hello and good afternoon. Today we're going to be playing a little Disgaea 5 Alliance of Vengeance. Wonderful game by Nippon Ichi Software. This one's distributed by Nippon Ichi Software of the America. Looking forward to part 6 that's going to be coming out later in 2021. And this game is a tactical turn-based RPG. And we're going to go ahead and dive right in. This is a long game. Not so much in the content of the main storyline, but more so in the content of all the after-game of stuff.
A netherworld crisis of extinction-level proportions was perpetrated by the Demon Emperor, Void Dark. The historians of later generations look back in puzzlement at this historical event, the largest netherworld war, which erupted and expanded in a flash, and ended in just one night. Some call it the war with no victor, while others call it the war with no hero. The truth of this event remains a mystery to this day.
It's reckless of you to invade the territory of the Lost. I don't know which netherworld you're from, but we're gonna put you in your place. Madam Seraphina, at this rate they're gonna annihilate us, dude!
What did you just say? I will not abide being annihilated. 1 sardine for 20 hours of labor. That was our agreement. Now, put your backs into it. Your soft, squishy backs.
1 sardine to fight a merciless battle isn't a fair trade, dude! First of all, it's impossible for us to defeat Demon Emperor Void Dark on our own, dude!
Though it's against my upbringing to sully my own hands, this once I shall unleash my overload power, Baylor Gaze. Excuse me, you right there. What do you think you're doing?
Eating, obviously. It's a fluffy rising dragon bowl with all white breast meat from a 1,000-year-old dragon mold, and its egg. It's delicious. All right then, I'm finished refueling. Let me get rid of these guys.
You destroyed an entire squad of the Lost Army single-handedly. I found my prince.
Level 9,999 can take pretty long to get to for the first initial time. There's a lot of little tricks later on in the game that'll speed things up. You can boost enemy levels, you can boost your experience gained. There's a little few tips and tricks later on that we can get into. Prelude to Vengeance.
Episode 1, Prelude to Vengeance.
I always forget that he announces that.
Excuse me, please wait. My goodness, please wait, Sir Killia. Do you have any idea how much walking I had to do to catch up with you? I spent 1 whole hour walking non-stop through the desolate netherworld that is blood-parched. At this rate, my legs will be as rock-hard as a foolish Gorgon who was petrified by a cockatrice.
Well, Madame Seraphina didn't actually take a single step herself, dude.
I will have silence.
If you want to rest, take all the time you want. I'm leaving.
How cruel, Sir Killia. Surely you mustn't be planning to leave me here all alone.
You decided on your own to follow me.
You are incorrect. Sir Killia, you decided on your own to save me from the lost. Now you must take responsibility for that decision.
That's unreasonable. I'm out of here. Ugh! Why?
See? You can't even dodge a simple attack. You must be exhausted, Sir Killia. If you keep pushing yourself like this, you will never defeat Demon Emperor Void Dark. In fact, you're liable to become roadkill. This gate connects to a pocket netherworld set aside for my exclusive use. Now, Prinnies, please be Sir Killia's escort. All men are destined to dance in the palm of the hand of the Overlord of Gorgeous, Seraphina.
Well, alrighty then. Welcome to my pocket netherworld, Sir Killia. You can walk around in here by using the left stick. They tend to break the fourth wall a lot in this game. When you want to talk to me or other citizen, just stand in front of them and press the X button. If you want to change views, press the R1 or L1 button to spin the camera, or hold square and L1 R1 to change the zoom. This is the Netherworld Hospital. When you're injured, I'm here to treat your wounds. Look, they just leave treasure chests lying around. The Rosen Queen Company sells your armor, equipment, items, and the Dimension Prinny takes you to your battles. Now, I have purchased quite a lot of DLC. Most of it I will not be using. We'll get into stuff like that later. Here's our first skit. There's a lot in this game. Sir Killia, we don't have to worry about being invaded by the Lost here. Please relax and enjoy yourself. Sorry, but I don't have any time to waste here. Where's the exit? Gah! My, what an injury. You must have been wounded during our battle against the Lost. No, I got this scar when you shot me. Sir Killia risked his life to protect me from the Lost because he was seduced by my beauty. Yes, I know how you feel. You don't have to feel embarrassed. It's natural for men to kneel before me. Oh, ho, 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 ho. Are you even listening to me? Now then, allow me to reintroduce myself, since I am going to be your master. I am the wealthiest in all the 3 worlds, the Princess Overlord of Gorgeous, Seraphina. She has a little bit of a complex. The previous Overlord, my father, tried to arrange a marriage of convenience between me and Void Dark. I got pissed and ran away. You're an Overlord, but you ran away from home? What kind of Overlord are you? If Void Dark wasn't in the picture, I never would have had to dirty my feet in blood parch. That's why I'm out here to get revenge on Void Dark. He humiliated me. You call that getting revenge? Anyway, fine. I don't have any interest in who you are. Do whatever you want. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Not so fast. You are my servant. And another one back to back. My, I just remembered, Sir Killia. Have you been saving? Yeah, I'm on top of it. That's my Sir Killia. Save your progress to record your activities. However, Sir Killia, people tend to forget to save from time to time. Would you like to take extra care and save one more time? Don't really think I need to, but if you're going to be so persistent, we are going to go ahead and create a new save. Not quite yet, though. I need to go to settings. Save icon is going to be changed to a printy. Now we will save. I'm going to create a new one because I've been playing this a little bit on my own. That sadly means, unfortunately, that we won't see some of the trophies pop up in the left corner because I've already gotten them, and really wish Sony had an option so that even if you've already gotten the trophy, it would reappear again. But this is a costume changer for Seraphina. Her outfits tend to be a little bit on the more exposing side. We're going to go ahead and collect the 3 chests. We got a thimble there, it's a fist weapon. We got some gum, a nice healing item. I'm not going to talk to most of these people. Every single one of them will go into tutorials. Memories, you can re-watch a lot of the animated cinemas again. Data, we'll go ahead and go into data. You can check your items that you found or various data you've come across, and he wants you to collect everything. Well, so you got your item records, Netherworld records, and this just goes over things that later on will become very important to keep checking up on because you'll have quests to do. They introduced a quest little RPG factor into this on top of your normal leveling. This is where we're going to go to get DLC. I am going to unlock a couple of things real quick. Actually, I don't think we can because we haven't finished the, yeah. So we have to go through the recruiter tutorial, and these are just going to unlock some side classes that we can use later on.
It's my turn.
Now, Circilia, please don't be so humble and make yourself at home. I talked to the wrong person. I don't want to talk to Seraphina. There's no way I'm not going to use his power to defeat Void Dark. You'll work for me till the day you die.
Let's fix you up.
Here's the Netherworld Hospital. Fully heal all damage taken. This includes your magic power, your life power. If you've died, you're brought back to life. If you get hurt a lot, they give you rewards. Good thing about this game is they actually show you what you need to get the reward. Do not need to be treated at the moment. And at the moment, we don't have a very lot of characters. Most of this other stuff doesn't really come into factor yet. We're pretty good at the moment. This is, going through it kind of fast. We're going to be buying weapons and armor here. Go over a little bit weapons proficiency, and I'll go over that here in a second on the status screen. Come on, there we go. So we got our items. We got fist weapons, swords, spears, bows, guns, axes, your stabs, which is for your magic users. You have... Which ones are this one? This is your attack power monster weapons, and your magic using power weapon, or monster weapons. Armor. These are miscellaneous items that boost specific items. Slippers boost your movement and jump speed. Belts your power and attack. And glasses is your hit for your long-range damagers. And you can repurchase things that you've sold. Not really going to need much of that at the moment. Get this last little item here. Like I said, a lot of these things aren't open to us yet. They unlock as we progress the game. So we're going to go ahead and head into the first stage, which is all tutorials.
Are you finding my pocket Netherworld comfortable enough, Circilia? How do you like it?
I don't have any time to waste in a place like this.
Mom, I can't believe what I'm hearing from someone who eats in the middle of a battle.
It's like, haven't you ever heard that an army marches on its stomach?
You're more of a gourmand than you project, Circilia. Well, as long as you're strong, it matters not to me. You could say that this pocket Netherworld is Circilia's and my love nest. Please, feel free to use anything here.
Just so you know, I have no intentions of asking anyone for help.
That is simply not possible. You see, Circilia, you and I are connected by the red string of fate.
It's more like a bloodstained leash than a red string of fate, dude!
You are mine, Sir Killia. Please, do not resist.
And what if I do?
All men are destined to become my obedient servants. Ha! Now, Killia, follow my orders.
I refuse.
Huh? That's odd. Ha! Ha! Now you will find me irresistible. Even if you are an overlord, you cannot resist the temptation of my overload power, Baylor Gaze.
What are you trying to do?
Nothing, Sir Killia. According to the information the Prinnies gathered, there are lost army forces in Bloodparch. Let's get going.
Yes, she totally just tried to brainwash him. So, Stage 1 Blood Parch. We're going to get some tutorials on how to play the game.
My, who might you guys be?
What's wrong with you? Who goes around shooting at someone before finding out who they are?
I am truly sorry. Your social status is clearly lower than mine, and you seem like a small fry, so I took the shot.
Who are you calling a small fry? We are the aristocracy of Bloodparch. We are cracking down on anyone who looks suspicious and taxing them.
Aristocracy? But you all look so shabby.
Their lives were probably ruined by the lost, and they have since lowered themselves to being bandits.
Shut up! Just listen. If you don't want to die, then hand over all the money you've got.
I do not even have a single hell to give to dirty bandits like you. Aren't you guys demons too? If you really need some money, then why don't you use force and take it? In any event, dirty bandits like you don't stand a chance of defeating Sir Killia.
What are you talking about? You're gonna have to fight too.
Excuse me?
I've got something I need to do. I don't have time to protect an unsophisticated princess forever. I'll teach you the basics so that you can figure out the rest by yourself.
Are you telling me to do manual labor?
If you don't, then I'm leaving right now.
Very well, I'll fight. It seems I have no choice. However, I don't have any fighting experience whatsoever.
I'm surprised to hear you say that, given how often you've been firing your gun this whole time.
Hey! How long are you guys gonna chat? Hurry up and cough up every hell you have, or you're gonna be sorry!
Seems like they're ready to start. Prepare yourself.
I guess I have no choice. In that case, I'll strip everything of value from those bandits.
So, again, there's going to be a lot of tutorials at the very beginning of this game, unfortunately. We're going to go ahead and watch them, though. Make sure that everybody kind of understands what's going on.
I don't know if it's true or not, but let's start with the basics, since you claim you've never fought before. Tutorial, Basics of Battle. First, place the cursor over the base
Yes.
panel. And press
They
the
do all
X
this
button.
manually themselves. I have to touch nothing.
Next, select the character you want to dispatch, and press the X button.
Hey, Phylinx, thank you
If
for
select
joining me.
the wrong
How's it been
character,
going, buddy?
Place the cursor over that character, and press the circle button. It will return the unit.
That is a nice squiggly squid.
Which one one should I dispatch? Well, all Prinnies look alike, right?
I'm gonna eat you.
Phylinx, for everybody who doesn't know, is another great streamer. He does a lot of World of Warcraft. I'm not sure if he does many other games. I've only really caught him playing World of Warcraft.
Great at ordering them around.
Does a great job at it, though. If he's streaming later, I'll probably raid out to him or somebody else. Don't have very many people to raid to yet at the moment.
First, select move.
I don't have that command set up yet, Dragon.
Roger.
I need to learn how to do those commands.
Alright,
Been a day.
after you move,
Sorry to hear that. I hope it was a good day. Mine's just getting started. Gonna work on this stream, and then after the stream, I get to go to work for 8 hours and come home in the morning.
Absolutely not, dude!
That step was just to register an action. We'll execute the registered action next. Press the triangle button to bring up the menu, and select either execute or end turn. Of course, for now.
Select execute, correct?
Yeah, but this is my last night of them, and then
What's up, dude?
my wife Dragon will go over to the night shifts, and I'll go to the day shifts, and
So this is how I can control my
still be able
servants as freely
to
as I
stream in
want.
the afternoons once I get home from work,
That's
thankfully.
right. Register action.
2 months of that, and then I'll work the afternoon, so I'm gonna have to adjust my my streaming schedule to compensate for that.
That's a great question, because it takes strategy to pull off team attacks and combos. Tutorial.
I do have to admit though, they did a really nice job of the tutorials being voice acted and actually explaining most of what's going on. They do leave a few details to be discovered on your own.
It's my turn.
Are you ready?
It's my turn.
These are team attacks and combos.
The love between Sir Killia and I will explode into a passionate team attacking combo.
You're going a little too far with the love and passion. Don't stick anything weird in between the lines. When attacking, if an ally is next to you, it may trigger a team attack. Up to 4 people can join a team attack. A combo is triggered when you or your allies attack an enemy consecutively. The damage increases the longer the combo is. Performing team attacks and combos requires you to register actions.
I see. Taking that into consideration, team attacks and combos wouldn't be possible if you attacked right away.
When using multiple allies, actions will be executed in the order they were registered. As a beginner at battles, you should try to focus on creating combos and organize your moves accordingly.
So one thing they don't really go over very well is, yes, everybody in the combo attacks, but only the person who takes out the enemy gets the experience.
What happens when you select end turn?
However, if you're in a tower,
It switches
which
to the enemy's turn.
they don't really explain here,
Carelessly end your turn.
everybody
Find you back.
will get experience if the enemy dies.
Aha! Press.
Why did you press it? You did that on purpose, right? Right?
Of course not. This is my very first time experiencing battle, so I was simply a bit overwhelmed.
From now on, I should be more worried of you instead of the enemies. If your HP is reduced to 0, you won't be able to fight. You can recover at the pocket Netherworld's Hospital.
My, so it doesn't mean that you die?
Right, because we're demons. We don't die that easily. However, if all dispatch characters are defeated, and you can't dispatch anymore, then it's game over.
Alright, so I just have to make the Prinnies charge, right?
How did you process all that information and arrive at that result? Well, anyway, if you open the menu with the triangle button and select help, you can check what I just taught you. If If there's anything you aren't sure of, then you should use that as a reference during your fight. Alright, let's get to the real battle. Let's begin.
Alright, and here's where I get to take over. Everything's been erased, like nothing ever happened. I'm going to concentrate on just 1 to 2 characters at the very beginning of this, and that's the 2 main characters. Can't hit him. There we go. We'll go over here and hit him. Really only want to concentrate on 1 or 2. There's not a lot of experience at the beginning, so we're not going to spread load it too much. So, movement's easy. Anything that's in red you can move to. The gun she uses can only fire in a straight line, but it's got a good distance, so we want to make sure we take care of that. Kilia is a in-your-face type person. We're going to see if she can't kill this guy. She can, so we're going to do this a little differently, just to end the stage a bit faster. Once I got my actions, execute. Take him out. I always execute before I end turn, just so that everything clears out. And if something dies, I can reassign somebody to maybe a different target, so definitely a lot of strategy involved. Victory! I've won. Oh, you did well for a first time. At this rate, you'll be used to this very soon. By the way, there's something on the ground. What are those things? Those are the spoils of battle. They're called stage bonuses. Tutorial stage bonuses. The prizes you earn for clearing a stage depend on how well you performed. We did poorly. During a battle, depending on the unit's actions, the bonus gauge will fill. The more it fills, the more prizes you get. It's this gauge, right? What can you do to fill up the bonus gauge? You can fill it by defeating enemies with combos. We didn't do a lot of comboing. The enemies are super weak on the first stage. Appreciate you stopping by, Phalanx. I hope you have a great stream. If you're still streaming in a few hours, I might raid out to you if you're still available. And well, we'll see how that goes. And maybe I'll pull yours up as well, and I'll lurk you in the background while I'm playing. Let me go ahead and load that up. Actually, make sure my sound is off for my browsers first. Alright, got you all set up for when you go live, buddy. It says you can fill the bonus gauge by defeating enemies with combos. Once again, the enemies at the very beginning of this game are, real weak. Gotta come back much later once we can power up the enemies so that we can actually get the bonus gauge up far enough. It says you should seek to attack an enemy consecutively with multiple allies. Well, I'm killing them in one hit. That's hard to do. I see. So the more people you fight with, the easier it is to charge the bonus gauge? And what is this one-time bonus? The one-time bonus is set for every stage. It's a bonus that you can only get once if you completely fill the gauge. Most of the time it's better than everything else, which it is. And until you get it, it stays at the top. If you fail to obtain it, just keep trying. And again, like I said, for some of these earlier stages, we're going to have to come back much later when we can boost the enemies' levels up far enough to make it worthwhile to do combos against them and actually, pull something off. Well, what a good value. Let's completely fill the bonus gauge. There's also items later in the game that'll fill the gauge for you. It says you can check the bonus lists from the menu to see all bonus items you can get from the stage. If there's a bonus you really want, you should try to fill the gauge. We did not do very well on this one. We did get a new axe.
You okay?
An award ceremony? Is it for my beauty? No, it is not. Tutorial MVP. This is to award the MVPs of the stage. The characters who contributed the most to filling the bonus gauge are awarded. They will be rewarded with bonus experience and mana for their efforts. It's a shortcut to getting strong. I'll keep the strategies for filling the bonus gauge in mind. Ah, we can now use the recruiter, dude. Hey, sorry, preparations took longer than I thought. At the recruiter, you can recruit personnel that suit your requirements. If you feel understaffed, come to me. What great timing. Let's take a tour. You can never have too many servants. Yeah, that's all she is. She just wants all the servants.
You need something?
From here, you can recruit personnel from other netherworlds. What should I do to get more new servants? You want to increase the number of characters? Select the top option to hire a character. You will need hell, it's the money in the game, to recruit them, but I'll give you the first one for free. My, how lucky of me. Sir Killia, let's try recruiting. We're going to hit hire. I'm going to skip a lot of this. No, let's go through it. It explains what each class does, but there's some that are locked, and they never go back to retell you what they do. It's kind of sad, really. My, the variety is smaller than I thought. Why can't I just recruit a strong dragon? Well, if you haven't earned their trust, they're not going to work for you. Eventually, classes will support you if you solve the quest they submit or if you get famous from fighting the lost. No, they say the quest they submit, but we haven't been introduced to the quest NPC yet, so you'll see this a couple of times where they introduce something in somebody else's cutscenes that you haven't actually found yet. Let me briefly talk about the different classes. The Warrior and Valkyrie, they front on the front lines, they're warriors, and they need a lot of life. The female, unlike the male, has high speed and specializes in hit and runs, and she's good with a bow. Next, the Magician Witch. They use magic from a distance. If you use the magic the enemy's weak to, expect higher damage. The Magician has stronger magic, so he is useful for fighting strong enemies. But he uses a lot more SP. The Witch, not as strong in the magics. It is kind of like things are a little out of order. Could they put a little bit more thought into it? Maybe. Maybe they're just foreshadowing. The Witch lacks magical power, but she uses your magic mana SP more efficiently, so she can use more magic more times. Some demons are ridiculously strong against physical attacks, so you'll want to make sure a magic user is in your party for sure. Your monk, they are hand-to-hand experts, and they counter a lot. Countering is good in this game. The males aim for strong counterattacks, and the females are speedy for evade. Now we have the clergy and the cleric. These are our healers. This is all they are dedicated to. They're not very strong combat-wise, but they will heal you. And like he says, you wouldn't want to fight in a party that does not have a healer. Healers are necessary. The males specialize in support magic in addition to healing, and they can cure ailments while they heal. The females have really strong healing abilities. When fighting a strong enemy, they will be a great help, and they also learn, both of them also learn Esquire. That is your cure-all. Gets rid of all your poisons, paralysis, and other status ailments. The only other thing to use is a fairy dust from the shops. The maid, she specializes in using items. She can do so twice a turn, or you can use one item and still attack. She can also use special items to attack with. And the Prinny. Prinnies are monsters. The Prinnies are actually 50-50 monsters. They can do magic or physical attacks. But I won't be using them too much. Do want to mess around with leveling one day, because when you throw them, they explode. So, however, that is a male character. It's one of the most androgynous male characters I've ever seen in a video game. I find it great, hilarious, and sad all at the same time. There's a lot of memes out there about this one. And yes, they are like little hand grenades. You pick them up, you throw them, and they deal their health and damage in a 2 square wide radius. but I always go with my healer. This game has a lot of random names. Oh. Can you really find someone who meets everything we're looking for, even down to the name? The Netherworlds are huge. Surprisingly, we can. Alright, I'll search for the name A, and... oh, there are actually quite a few. This is getting sad, dude. Alright, so... oh, left 3, okay. Who wants to give a name? Does anybody out there have a good name for our healer character? She's female. Alright. Gifted Sassafras, Philly it is. Oop. There we go. Next, select the capability. The better the capability, the stronger the demon will be. But it'll cost you more money. But it's free this time, right? Yes, but you can only select between good for nothing and incompetent. My, how cheap of you. Obviously, we're going to go incompetent. It gives us a bonus of 1 instead of a -5, so we're definitely going to want that. And this is what we get to boost. We get to boost our stats. Even if they're the same class, if one has a higher capability, then their stats will be higher than average. If their class prides itself for their strength, you can ask for one with even more strength, or maybe one with more stamina. On the other hand, low capability monsters may have lower stats than usual. It all depends on the class. They are truly helpless. We're going to go with Int, because that is what a healer uses. Next, select the level. Now, this is something different in this game, and before, in all the other Disgaea games, the other 5 of them actually, even though this is Disgaea 5, it's actually the 6th game in the series. In most of the other games, they start at level 1, period, and you'd have to level them. In this one, they allow you to level them up. You have to pay more money, obviously, for a higher level. And she's like, alright, can we please get one that's level 99999? It's free after all. Well, there's a limit. If you want to recruit a high-level demon, you have to be equally as strong. So if I want to hire a strong demon, I have to get stronger. Well, yes. We're going to go ahead and do level 2. Yes, the 6th game that's coming out is technically the 7th game made. So there's Disgaea 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But they did some remakes, and one of them was called Disgaea D2. It's a remake of an earlier game, but they made enough changes into it that they called it its own game. So though it's a remake, it's not a true remake, so they had to give it its own title. So it's technically the 7th game, and there's been a couple of spin-offs as well. Next, select the personality. This will not affect their stats, so choose whatever you want. And she says, in this case, I want someone who's loyal, smart, efficient, works hard, doesn't complain, and will work for free. That's impossible, dude. So we get to listen.
Ready? Hi! Ta-da! Hi! Leave it to me. My way! Are there any good men?
I'm going to go with saintly. And we can choose a color. Later on we can choose even more colors, but you know, we're going to just probably go with the default. Yeah, I like the default from the ones that we have currently. I'll start recruiting with your selected requirements. If there aren't any problems, select yes. When you approve, you'll be charged the money, so make sure everything is correct. This time it's free, so we won't lose any money. We're going to go ahead and hit yes. And Philly has been created. He doesn't have that one set up either. My maintenance on the Dimension Gate, the maintenance on the Dimension Gate has just finished too. We have replenished our forces for now, so I'll let you decide whether we're going to continue recruiting more or continue on. Now, they don't come with any equipment, so we must go and equip them. I'm not going to create any more. I found that, like I said, in the beginning, we're only going to concentrate on 2 or 3 characters.
Welcome.
It's more efficient that way. Usually I just do 1. We have a healer, so we're going to need to buy a wand. We're going to go ahead and equip her out. And we're going to want some armor. Forgot to equip them. There we go. Give her some good defense so that she hopefully lasts a little bit longer than usual. We'll go over the equipment screen here. So your weapon mastery. The higher the letter, the better. He is really good with swords, and he is really good with fists. He's not much good with anything else. Stabs and axes, he's decent. Everything else, he's mediocre. Seraphina is really good with your bows and your guns. She's a long-range character. But she's also good with an axe or a staff, and mediocre in everything else. Your Prinny is good with either attack or magic monster weapons. And your Maid is poor in pretty much every category of weaponry. But she starts off with a bow. Now your healer here, good with magic stabs, and that's about it. But a bow's not bad either. Now, we go back over to the recruiter real quick.
You need something?
You can see the little star above their name. Now there are multiple ranks of fighters, and there's multiple ranks of every single one of them. And if we go into the status screen, wrong button. These are all the classes we have unlocked, and we have to fill up all the stars eventually. That's much later down in the game. And then there's all of these that are not open to us yet. But we have finished the recruiter, so we're going to come over to the DLC. We are going to unlock Celestial Host, the Kanoichi, and the Sorcerer. A lot of these are places that we can go and play a stage on later on. They're from other Disgaea games and other games. I'm not going to unlock the characters, especially at the beginning. They are super overpowered for the beginning of the game, so we're not going to do that. Let's heal up,
Fix you up.
which we don't need. And we're going to go ahead and save real quick, because always good to save. Though the game does have an auto-save feature. And unfortunately, it is time for more tutorials. Like I said, the beginning of this game is full of tutorials.
Where would you like to go, dude?
We are going to go to Blood Parch, Shriveled Vein.
I was getting tired of waiting, you lost bastards!
Lost? No, we're...
So, have you come to take the head of me, the Overlord of Bloodpart, Logan? You overwhelmed me with numbers in the previous battle, but it's not gonna be that easy for you this time! Even though I've gotten long in the tooth, and I'm wounded all over, I was once the feared throwing Overlord, and I'm still sharp! Lift and throw! Lift and throw! Lift and then throw! Well, how is that? I've reached my limit, brother.
He's out of breath before the battle even starts.
Looks like this is all a big misunderstanding, but I doubt he's gonna let us leave without a fight.
Get used to this. Hylia will eat before every battle.
Acting so casual before fighting an Overlord. Now that is my Circilia for you.
This is a great opportunity. I'll teach you all about lifting and throwing.
Do we want to see the tutorial? Sure, why not?
Alright, I'll explain how lift and throw works. Let's go! Enemies won't always be within your attack range. That's just a reality. What should you do in that situation?
I know. Just make a Prinny charge.
You're too cruel to your Prinnies. Tutorial. Lift and throw. You should use lift and throw to reach enemies that are far away or up high. Go ahead and give the lift command a try by lifting me up.
Me lift up Circilia? That's impossible! I've never held anything heavier than a slice of cake.
Just do it.
It's my turn. Here I am. Oh my, I was able to do it.
Alright, now throw me toward the enemy. The number surrounded by the circle is the distance you can throw. It's 4 right now, but it depends on who's throwing.
Now, one thing they really don't go over is throwing height, and I'll cover that here in a second.
That's it. Now the distance to the enemy is closer, and your attacks can reach them. Next, how to apply it.
Yeah, dude!
You can lift more than one character.
Here I am.
Ha!
Wait, Circilia?
You can lift multiple allies like this to form a tower. After that, you can throw them in order to travel farther distances.
And they don't go over tower attacks. I'll also try to cover that here in a moment.
I see. If I throw the Prinny next, then it'll go even further.
That's right, but there are a few things you need to watch out for when lifting and throwing. 1. If you end your turn while lifting an enemy, you'll take damage. 2. If you throw a Prinny, for some odd reason, they explode.
If you throw a Prinny, it explodes?
Madam Serafina, you don't have to go out of your way to try it.
Toss! Yeah!
No! Dude!
My, how delightful! I mean, very useful. Let's keep throwing Prinnies.
Exploded Prinnies are treated as though they were defeated. It looked like you enjoyed that, but don't do it too much.
So a few things. One of the things they just hinted at is, well, I'll cover that in a second. I'll keep that in my brain. Killia, I understand lift and throw are very useful, dude, but monsters like us can't perform the lift command, dude. Does that mean we don't have a future? Don't worry. Monsters have their own specialties. Tutorial, Montoss, and Receive. Instead of lift, monsters have Montoss. Unlike throw, the destination of a Montoss is set for you. You won't be able to hold the humanoid up, so be careful. So we get Montoss. Alright. I'll do some tossing, dude. Also, if you throw a unit on top of an ally monster, the monster will perform a Receive. Receive, dude? When a Receive happens, the monster will bounce the unit in the direction it's facing equal to its throw range. Also, unlike throwing, receiving doesn't count as an action for the monster, which is great. By using this effectively, you can throw a character really far. That's amazing. Seems like our future is looking bright, dude. However, Prinnies who are tossed by Montoss will explode, so be careful. So one of the things they were hinting at is, you can have up to 10 people out of your base panel at a time. and that's it. That's why I'm going to concentrate on a few characters, mostly the story quest characters. You're going to get a lot of them, so it's best to power them up, and we'll go from there. If you throw a Prinny, though, it counts as a killed character. So if you kill a Prinny, you can't bring anybody else out to replace them. Likewise, if you have a character out, you have to put them back in the base panel to get another character out if you're at your 10 max. One of the other things is
It's my turn.
towers.
I will.
Towers are great things.
Great.
What they did not cover is you can attack as a tower, and everybody gets experience for that. But I am not going to do that at the moment. We're going to lift up Seraphina. We're going to throw her over by the barrels. She's going to lift the barrels and throw them where we can use them to advance further on in the stage. And we're going to end turn. We're going to execute. And we're going to end turn. Now I'm coming up the direct route. We're going to take out the boss, and we are going to grab the treasure chest before we do anything. Early on, they're not going to have great items in them, but all items are better than nothing. And Seraphina has learned Tri-Burst. This is where we'll go over weapon masteries. Looks like your weapon mastery level increased. Tutorial. You earn weapon mastery experience for using your weapons and taking damage. When your weapon mastery level increases, you can draw out more abilities with the weapon. You can also learn weapon exclusive skills. Act assertive to increase your weapon mastery level.
Are you ready?
Being beautiful is a sin.
And Killia has learned triple strikes. I'm going to go ahead and end turn. We're going to send Seraphina up to take care of the treasure chest. We're going to start having Killia move over to take care of these guys over here. And we might as well
I'm doing this.
bring out our healer. Start leveling up her abilities.
Leave it to me.
We're just going to end turn.
All men are my servants.
Now, one good thing that we can do is I can select his skill, I can hold square, and I can move him around to see where I can hit.
I'm doing this.
And I don't know why he did not move and try to attack. That is strange on his part. Now, using these skills, if you notice it has SP used, that's how much of your mana is going to get consumed when you use the ability.
Thank you.
I'm doing this.
No, he just masteried up even though he didn't attack. That's because if I go down to status, you'll see now. Where is it? Ah. You can see at the bottom right corner of the list of weapon masteries, his defense went up. Being attacked and taking damage increases his defense. You also have abilities, which we'll cover in, I think, the next stage or two. Here's your list of specials. We have no squads yet. He does not have a class. We're going to get him a class in the very near future, as soon as it becomes unlocked. It's the one thing I dislike about the main characters is they don't have a class. at first. So until you can unlock subclasses and get them one, they're not really doing much to help with your character masteries. And we are not going to skip the, they say demo, skip the story.
You! Let me tell you something, brother. This ain't over. The Lost have taken everything from me, but I still have my pride as an overlord, dude. I, Logan, the Throwing Overlord, shall exact my revenge against you someday, dude. You better believe it, brother.
Looks like he was just one more victim of the Lost. That concludes the basics of battle. You did well for your first time. You should be just fine without me. Alright, looks like this is goodbye.
No, you are mine, Sir Killia. Wherever you go, even if you go to the ends of Celestia, I shall follow you.
How do you figure?
Your objective is to defeat Demon Emperor Void Dark, correct? My objective is to erase Void Dark and rupture the marriage of convenience that my father decided upon on his own. Which means we are both in the same boat. We both seek to defeat Void Dark. No, it's more like we're husband and wife.
How did you jump to that conclusion?
Well, maybe not husband and wife, but we do share the same objective. So don't you think it'd be more efficient to work together?
I can't see how working with someone who has no fighting experience would be efficient.
I will make sure I never drag you down. So please, Sir Killia, let me stay by your side.
What you're saying and what you're doing are pretty contradictory, don't you think?
Well, that's because I'm a demon.
Yeah, she is kind of a flirt, gift of sassafras. Killia, we can now use the quest shop, dude. The quest shop is now open. There are already a lot of quests from many different netherworlds. Does anyone want to handle these? Anyone? Please? Oh man, it looks so busy, dude. Killia, you need to hurry up and help them. Aren't you guys going to help? No, it's better to leave these jobs to skillful people like you. I mean, we're printies, dude. Ah, look at this quest, dude. Discover Killia's weakness. The reward is 1,000,000 sardines. I'll do it, dude. Leave it to us. We can now use the request form, dude. Alright, let's go ahead and watch this skit real quick. Sir Killia, you don't know anything. You couldn't ask for more than to be allowed to be by the side of the wealthiest and most beautiful woman in the universe. She's a little full of herself. Why am I getting yelled at? Sigh, I suppose I must show you just how fortunate you are, Sir Killia. Prinny. Did you call Madame Seraphina, dude? Aren't you happy that you became my servant? Of course, every day is simply a repetition of regrets, dude. Next. What's up, dude? Answer truthfully. Aren't you happy to be serving me? That's a funny joke, dude. Next. And so, one after another, the printies became flowers scattered across the battlefield. And yet another. About that battle. Oh, is something bothering you? Was that really your first fight ever? Of course it's true. I make the printies carry anything that's heavier than a cake. Taking that into consideration, you handle those pistols pretty well. Whatever. For the upcoming battles, you should gain experience so that you can protect yourself. Oh ho ho! There's no need to worry, I've already got that covered. I've already reached master level when it comes to combat. What kind of joke is that? Madame Seraphina, take this, dude. Too easy. Yeah, dude. What do you think, Sir Killia? How's my progress? Let's leave your progress aside for now. That Prinny looks to be unconscious. Worry not, I hit him with the back of my sword. Hit it with the back of my sword. With a gun. That's mastery level in its own way. Alright, let's head over to the quest shop. Are you going to accept a request? I'm glad everyone seems to be posting, but no one's accepting. This is going to help. you complete a request, you'll get a nice reward, so please complete a lot of them. So we're going to accept some quests. One thing that I've seen a lot of people somewhat struggle with in this game from like YouTube videos I've watched is they don't seem to read the full page. You can arrange, you can delete. Down in the bottom right hand corner it even says you can turn the page. I saw one YouTuber in the early part of his playing this game, he couldn't figure out how to actually complete the quests. That's because it's on page 2. So we're going to get Combat Lecture. We only have to go back and defeat a stage we've already done. We'll get some money for it. We do not have a Brawler rank level 2 yet. Don't have any of these at rank 2 yet, so we're going to skip all of those. We'll get the Lost Army box. They were in the stage we just did. We'll get Kill a Prinny. We'll go ahead and get Medals of Unworth. We should have a few of them, or we can go buy them. Most of these other ones we don't really have the ability to complete. We'll take that one. And that's about it at this moment that we can actually complete. We should be able to come over. This place carries healing items and stealing hands. Mostly healing items is what we're going to use it for. Here's your stealing items, so you can steal items from your enemies, and here's a throwing knife that the maid can use. I went to the wrong shop, though. We're going to buy some monster weapons, these Medals of Unworth. We're going to want 3 of them. And we completed our first quest. We'll go ahead and go turn that in for some money. We'll manual select, and we'll select them all. And there we go. We get Heal. That'll be a useful ability. We're going to heal up.
Let's fix you up.
Press square to heal all. And we're going to go back out to the very first stage we ever completed. Dried Up Wasteland. Now we're going to try to do 2 things at once. We're going to try to kill a Prinny, or actually 3 things. Kill a Prinny, complete it in 1 turn, and clear the stage for Seraphina's training.
Let's go!
Now, we are going to need to throw some people around.
Let's end this quick!
Here you go!
So if he hasn't moved when you picked him up, you can still move after you throw him.
Let's go!
I'm going to throw him over here. And we did not do what I wanted to do.
It's my turn.
I'm going to come over here. So I don't think we're going to be able to actually complete it in 1 turn at this time. I messed that up a little bit.
Yeah, dude.
I'm doing this.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and try this over again. I'm going to go give up and retry the stage. What we're going to do is...
I'm gonna eat you, dude.
I'm going to come over to here.
Let's end this
I
quick!
have Killia stand next to him. We're going to do a Mon Toss on Killia over to here. We're going to have Killia lift. We're going to throw him right here. And that should kill those 2. Oh, and our Prinny.
It's my turn.
Now, she can't make it all the way over, so once again we're going to have Prinny come out, Seraphina come out. We'll do our Mon Toss.
What's up, dude?
This way, she can attack, and we'll get all 3 of our quests done in 1 turn.
Dude.
Ah, looks like our skills level went up. Tutorial skill levels. By using your skills, you will gain experience points with them. When you get enough experience points, the skill level goes up. When your skill level increases, your mana cost for them goes down. So even if a skill costs a lot of SP, if you use it a lot, it'll go down. So use your skills aggressively. So again, we didn't get much on that.
All men are my
Seraphina is the
servants.
only actually one that killed anything. But if we come back out, we have completed all 3 quests. We beat it in 1 turn, we killed a Prenny, and we cleared the stage for Seraphina. So we can actually go and we get 600 for, defeating it in 1 turn. We've killed a Prenny, so we're going to get a mana potion. They come in handy. And Combat Lecture, we're going to get another 500 because we beat the stage with Seraphina. Or, not with her, just we cleared the stage to quote-unquote teach her how to fight. We're going to go do the in a box
Let's
one.
fix you up.
We're going to get treated. Still can't claim a prize yet.
Where would you like to go,
Right.
dude?
To the Dimension Prenny, we're going to go to Blood Parch, Shriveled Vein. This one has 4 of the army boxes over here that we need to kill.
Let's go!
We're just going to start bringing people over this way. Use some special abilities when we can. Roll in turn.
All men are my servants.
I'm actually going to
Here I
lift
am.
Killia and throw him
Yeah.
so that he can go a little bit further. Actually be of some use instead of just sitting there being useless this turn.
You lose! Let me thank you.
Again, I don't understand why the other guy didn't move and attack. I wonder if it's just built in that they're not allowed to move.
Let's go! You lose! Let me thank you.
We'll in turn again. This game is very repetitive, unfortunately, but it's not too bad until you start having to do some heavy leveling a little bit later on in the game. But again, there's tricks and ways to help with that. That is our 3 army boxes. I'm going to go ahead and kill the last one. There's no point not to. Get some experience. If you hover over a character and you hold square, you can actually point them in a different direction. Directionals do matter in this game. Which direction your enemy attacks you from is important. Lift Killia. We'll throw him up here. And we'll go collect the treasure chest. Just a stick! And of course, the bow guy still doesn't move. I don't understand why he's not. But I can't get to him, so we'll go ahead and turn. Yes, it is very 3-dimensional. I can actually zoom in and out. I can actually make it flat, but I don't like that view. Go behind this guy and we'll triple strike him just to get that experience up on those skills, get them starting to level. And we didn't get much.
All men are my servants.
We're gonna back out and go collect our reward, heal up. See if there's any new quests that are available. That's another 800 hell, so we're getting some decent money for this early in the game. Again, we can't do any of those yet. We can go back and kill another Prenny for another mana potion. We don't need to do that. Don't need the rotten garbage. Can't kill cats yet. We haven't found them. We haven't unlocked belts. 400 hell for some wrinkly clothes. I'm not going to worry about that one. So we're pretty much... actually... We could go kill some martial artists. MK, it's a pleasure to see you, and don't worry, hon, you're not late. The stream's still going. We've got another hour or 2 left It's good to see you here. Sorry I missed your stream. I got in there in like the last 10 seconds. Was about to say, hey, how you doing? And the screen switched to another guy when you read it out. I think it was Goji. I'm not 100% sure though. We're just playing some Disgaea 5. There's some new people here, so yes, I am a geek. My name is Triner276. I'm a variety streamer. Currently today we're playing some Disgaea 5. Max level in this game is 9,999. Little gimmick though, you can reincarnate back down to level 1 and do it all again. And that is necessary. So we've been treated enough now to get our first prize. And our first prize is a common orb. Common orbs are good for your casters. Now, something that's a little different in this game than it was in the previous ones. Your common orbs or your items here in your prize list seem to always be a legendary 0 class item. In the previous Disgaea games, you would back out, go back in, back out, go back in, trying to get that rarity as high as possible. This game just gives you a max rarity item. I am going to immediately equip that on Philly, though. She is going to need a decent amount of mana, and it also increases her resistance, so both of those are great items to have. So we're now going to have to go heal back up, because when you put the item on, it doesn't give you all of your points immediately. You have to heal back up. Now, that system, if you have enough money, can be abused in the early game. You can unequip items, equip the items, and just continuously go back through the healer and heal until you have every item possible, but you need a lot of money for that. With the questing system, you can get a decent amount of money, but we'll go into that later. Let's do a quick save. Saving in this game is almost mandatory. You want to make sure you have saves. Though, the retry option is not bad. Ah, Geeky Peak. Oh, no worries. I wasn't sure who it was.
Where would you like to go, dude?
But glad that I was corrected. But yes. Let us select where we want to go. We are going to go to Blood Parch and Arid Blood Zone. And, of course, there's going to be story. Because there's almost always story.
So these are the remnants of Blood Parch.
Even though it's what Sir Boyd Dark ordered, fighting all these pieces of crap is dulling my skills.
Then, can I take you guys on?
Looks like there are still some who seek to oppose Demon Emperor Void Dark's elite forces.
I'll give you a choice. Obey us or die. I refuse to do both.
What?
You're mistaken if you thought all demons would grovel at your feet, lost cretin. As a matter of fact, you are the ones who will be groveling. All men are destined to serve the Overlord of Gorgeous, Seraphina.
I love the smug little look on her face when she says that. Every Disgaea game seems to have one person who has a very obnoxious laugh. In this one, it's Seraphina. We're going to send Seraphina out to the right. She should be able to handle this fairly well on her own.
Yeah, dude.
We're going to move the printing out to here.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, not the printing.
Let's
We're going to move Sir Kilia next to him. And we are going to Montoss Sir Kilia. Bring him out to here. He should be good there. Just in case, though, we're going to bring Philly out. Good old healer.
Let's go!
And we'll bring out Diane. We're going to intern. So yeah, at the beginning of the game, I wouldn't say that Kilia's overpowered, but Your characters are pretty strong for this part of the game. It won't last long, though. They will get weaker very shortly, and we'll have to start doing some fun stuff to figure out what's going to happen, get our characters some levels up. Kilia's learned his Phantom Blow. As you can see, Seraphina's already not one-shotting enemies. Just barely, though. I wonder if he's got an ability. So, he'll increase damage to lower level characters by 30%, but she's higher level, so that's not a problem. We'll go ahead and kill this guy off. We'll go ahead and intern.
What is it?
One of our first examples of an enemy with magical abilities. Let's see, can the Prince get it over there? Yeah, he can. Let's go ahead and we'll attack with the Prinny just cause. Let's see if we can't get. We'll go here. I doubt she can throw that far. Oh, she can. We can get Kilia up there. And his new ability just happens to be one that can hit him. So we're going to go ahead and execute. Of course the Prinny missed. She gets Victory Bullet. He'll kill that guy off. And of course, I don't think I can do anything but heal, so... Can he make it over there? Let's see if he can kill him. Nope! Everybody misses. Oh, he got hurt though, so we'll heal. No, we won't. Because she can't move over there. Maybe here? There we go. We'll go ahead and intern. Definitely want to always use your healers. You definitely want a lot of your SP costs coming down on your healer classes. We're going to see how well that works. Alright, both Prinnies. This should hit and kill him. Randomly, enemies will turn into treasure chests. Last enemy on the stage, though, you don't get a chance to kill it. So, can't collect that treasure chest. We are not going to skip the demo. Storyline is storyline.
Impossible! We, the Lost, were defeated? Who are you?
Could you be Red Magnus? The Overlord who has a bounty on his head? Quick! We have to call for reinforcements immediately!
Red Magnus. They mistook me for someone else.
Did they
Yes,
say
they do
Red
fly around.
Magnus?
Do you know him or something?
Yes, I do. Just thinking about him is giving me a headache. Red Magnus is the overlord of Scorching Flame, known and feared for being violence incarnate. He is boorish, has absolutely zero tact, and has less intelligence than an orc. In fact, he's got the brain of a monkey.
You must really hate that guy.
I do. The netherworlds of Scorching Flame and Gorgeous have been at each other's throats since my 7 times great-grandfather's time. I have never had a pleasant experience whenever Red Magnus has gotten involved. I don't want to ever see that man again. But I have a bad feeling.
Alright. After every stage, always go out and heal, and in this game, there's usually a skip. Got our heal. Go ahead and talk to Seraphina. You and Red Magnus seem to be on bad terms. What kind of guy is he? To sum it up in one word, it's musclehead. That's pretty broad. I haven't seen him in a while, but whenever that monkey gets involved in something, it always goes downhill. If possible, I would like to never see him again. You're that prejudiced against him. Seems kind of interesting to me. Other than being a musclehead, does he have any other interesting characteristics? Let me see. He's 1.5 times as tall. As tall as you, Sir Killia. And with all of his muscle, he weighs 4 times as much as you. Now, for not having seen him in a long time, supposedly, that's some pretty specific details. His messy hair looks like burning flame, he has an impressive-looking horn, and always has a cocky expression on his face. I see. There, it's done. Huh? What's done? Here it is. Well, huh? It's a sketch of that red Magnus guy. I drew it based on your description. What a unique drawing. I'm not sure if I should call it avant-garde or revolutionary. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Alright, let's see if we can't hopefully get some better equipment. We'll get him some rubber gloves. We will get, let's see, Bloom. Yeah, we'll get him that one. We'll get a toy bow for our healer as a sub-weapon. Let's see, do we have any better? We do not. Okay. So, sub-weapons. You can equip 2 weapons to a character, and you can just switch which one you're using. Early game, I'm not going to do it too much. Hey, the Don Bobo. No worries, buddy. Go ahead and take care of your Christmas lights. I know Dragon has been is planning on getting our Christmas lights down soon and decorating the house, and the Yuletide will be upon us. Unfortunately, with work and our current schedules, it's not easy to do so. So she'll probably drag me out this weekend and make sure we get some of that started and worked on. This is just a nice, chill, relaxed stream. See, my minuscule viewer count has gone up again. I'll reintroduce myself. I am Trainer276. I am a variety streamer. Mondays I will be streaming Final Fantasy XIV online. Today I've gone with Disgaea 5. It is a tactical strategy RPG. It's a nice, relaxed game. Lots of pauses for chatting and conversations. Please select where we wish to go. Ooh, technically it's at 6. Wow. On my side it says 3. So I'm actually at double what it says. Oh, you're talking about the game, yes. So this is Disgaea 5, Alliance of Vengeance. It is technically the 6th game that came out. There was Disgaea D2, which was a remake of an earlier game with a lot of changes to it, so they named it a whole different game, even though it's the same game as before. I'll have to look into some of those differences, though. And Disgaea 6, the actual game called Disgaea 6, is coming out in 2021 summer in the US. I'm a little bummed. There's not going to be a PS4 release for it. That seems to be going to Switch only. It has an exclusivity for the Switch only. I don't know how long that's going to last. I really hope it comes out on the PS4 or PS5 later on in the future, but we will see. So far, it's looking really great. They're going away from the 2D animated sprites into the 3D animated sprite scene. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they can pull off with that. Let's head over to Blood Parch and the Immovable Atrium. And of course, storyline. Oh, nope, no story. Oh, no, there it is. Now that I understand the spirit of battle, let's drive them back. You seem to be quite delighted, but if you don't check the enemy's abilities, you could be in trouble. Abilities? Alright, here's our next tutorial. Abilities are special qualities that every character has. For example, that orc over there has the ability Group Strategy, and it will enhance his abilities for every one of his allies within 2 panels of them. If you jump in without checking, you might end up being surrounded by a group of enhanced orcs. That was a close call. We have abilities as well. My ability enhances my abilities every time I attack, so the more you attack, the stronger he gets. And we can go through the status screen to find out. Hers is Queen's Temper, and its effect is to increase damage against male units, so you mainly want her attacking the guys. She says it's the perfect one for her. If you understand the abilities, you can fight better. Make sure to check the status screen. Now, this is where this game gets a little tedious. clicking on an enemy, going, okay, what is your ability? And going through all of their groups. Bullying. If you're a lower level, he does more damage to you. Assault attack. Every panel you move, this person's damage dealt increases by 10%. So if they move 10 squares, it does 100% damage. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, those are the imps, and the orcs, and the one lady fighter. So we're going to have Killia come out. And Killia's pretty much going to be the only person I'm going to be using other than Seraphina.
All men are my servants.
I might have the healer come out.
I'm doing this.
Now, interesting thing. I was watching one guy on the YouTube, and what he would do is he would literally come to equip, switch hands, and then back out. However, if you just hover over attack, you can press left and right to switch your attacks. I'm going to go with the toy bow this time, and I'm going to try to attack him, and we'll see what happens when we hit execute. Oh. This is where directions matter. I queued up 3 attacks, forgetting that his ability moved the enemy, so now I have to re-attack. I don't even think she can... Oh, no, she can. Let's see what will happen. Okay, so she was not needed. We're going to go ahead and end turn. Like I said, there's a lot of strategies in this game, and you got to really pay attention to what ability you're using, where you're hitting, and what's going on. So, like, I'll attack with her, but if they combo, which they did, they'll probably kill him, and she'll still have a move and attack available to her. Yeah, so now I can still do things with her because we killed the enemy.
I'm doing this.
Alright. Go attack Bill. Move Sir Killy up. We'll see if the... Alright, she can only move to there. What is her throw range? Her throw range is horrible. Okay. So we'll move Killia to here. We'll have the healer lift him and throw him closer, just in case she doesn't kill him.
Are you ready?
Now, if the combo attack kills, both people share the experience, so that is good to do as well.
All men are my servants.
I'm going to move her closer. I'm going to switch back to the wand. I really want to get her healing abilities up. Yeah, she'll just attack. I think I did switch her weapon out. So we're going to attack. Hopefully Killia joins in. Yeah, select a party share. What was I going to say? I forget. We're going to move our characters around. Try to get them a little bit further along. She's already been moved. Now we're getting somewhere. We got more people coming after us. Starting to introduce that magic attacks against us. Ah, revenge mode. They're not going to explain revenge mode yet. That'll be on the next stage, I believe. But we're going to use Phantom Blow.
Let's end this quick.
We'll in turn and go ahead and get Killy up here, use this triple strike, and go ahead and end the stage.
You lose. Thank you. You okay?
No ending credits. We will go heal up and jump right back in.
Where would you like to go, dude?
Actually, we're going to come back out. We're going to save real quick. The next stage is with has a new character, and it can be a little rough sometimes.
Where would you like to go, dude?
I would like to go to that place to do that thing. Sterile Atrium.
You don't even think that you can oppose the Lost without suffering the consequences. Either you obey the Lost or you die. Are you prepared?
Don't make me laugh! Red Magnus challenges you lost jabronis to a fight! Just bring it!
That guy.
My, so my bad feelings proved to be true. Yes, Sir Killia, that monkey is indeed Red Magnus. As always, he is nothing but a musclehead. I bet his brain is made of stone golems.
That's insulting golems.
I'll give you one last chance. Obey or die.
Shut your mouth! If you're not gonna come to Red Magnus, then Red Magnus will super go to you! You jabronis are pathetic! Your lost superior
Talk about a strong
would be
arm.
shocked if they found out! You couldn't possibly be Red Magnus's real opponent! Now hurry up and fetch your bastard of a boss, Void Dark!
He's like a vicious dog.
Ah! This guy's full of fighting spirit! You must be Void Dark! What? Which means the Demon General of the Lost is finally making his entrance!
This monkey, does he truly not recognize me?
The Overlord of Scorching Flame, Red Magnus. Looks pretty tough.
Eating again?
It's endangered pork ramen, made with megaton pork and a broth made of chimera beef and Great King whalebone.
You've got guts! Eating a meal right before going one-on-one with the Supreme One! If you're
that guy was
then
an
the
idiot.
Overlord of Scorching Flame, Red Magnus, will super feed you the highest quality fire!
So aggressively sitting.
Fighting spirit! An ordinary demon! Are you the Lost Demon General? Have you come to take the head of the Supreme One?
No. My business is with Void Dark.
Did you pick a fight with that piece of monkey crap or something? Is that so? Red Magnus never imagined someone else besides the Supreme One would ever do that. That makes us allies! Is what I'd like to say. But when men face each other on the battlefield, they can't stop the fight.
No, I don't mind stopping.
Whoa, are you serious? Red Magnus would be super happy to fight with a strong guy like you!
I see. You've got good taste.
So you agree? Red Magnus is super excited! So?
What the?
Super Olympia! It's a super ability that doubles my size and power and overwhelms all my enemies! Just so you know, when the time limit runs out, Red Magnus will return to normal size and will be a little sore.
Yeah, we didn't need to know that, buddy. Alright. Next tutorial. Killia! What's that gigantic thing, dude? Plus, Overlord Red Magnus is sparking with energy, dude. My, this printing works for me, but doesn't even know what overloads and revenge mode are? I saw Madame Seraphina and Overlord Logan using them, but I'm still not quite sure what they are, dude. Alright, then let me explain them to you. Tutorial of revenge mode and overloads. First, the condition where it looks like Red Magnus is bursting with electricity. That is revenge mode. To get to this condition, you'll have to fill up your revenge gauge. Revenge gauge? You can check the revenge gauge by looking at the far left part of the character stats. This gauge symbolizes the character's rage and desire for vengeance. Talking about this dude, how can I raise my rage and desire for vengeance? Several ways. Your allies or you take damage, your allies are killed, or you defeat an enemy that is in a revenge mode. So, having enemies in revenge mode is a good chance to fill up our revenge gauge and enter revenge mode, dude. Now you're catching on. When you're in revenge mode, you get the following benefits. You will critical 100% of the time. Criticals are wonderful, wonderful things. The SP cost becomes 1 for all skills. So if you have a super high expensive skill that you can only normally use once, if you're in revenge mode, you can use it for basically 3 turns and only use 3 SP. And all damage is reduced by 25%. Wow, you can attack all you want, dude. But if the enemy can benefit from this too, shouldn't we be careful so that they won't enter revenge mode? Not necessarily. As I mentioned before, if you defeat an enemy in revenge mode, your revenge gauge will increase. Also, if they're in revenge mode, you'll get a power fragment. We will take advantage of that later on in the game. They are items that increase the stats of whoever uses it. They make defeating enemies in revenge mode worth the effort. The enemy's rage is dangerous, but it's also a good opportunity, dude. And during revenge mode, overlords will be able to use their secret skill, the Overload ability. Of course, I, the Overlord of Gorgeous, can use one too. The effect of the Overload depends on the individual Overlord. Red Magnus's turns him into a giant. It's called Super Olympia, and his disgusting muscles multiply into a nightmare. Seraphina's is Baylor Gaze. Killia, do you have an Overload, dude? Unfortunately, I'm not an Overlord. I don't have any skills that I could call an Overload. Can't help but believe that you have the power of an Overlord. Anyway, Revenge Mode and Overloads are trump cards that can turn the tide of battle. If your Revenge Mode activates, don't waste the opportunity, yes. Use it. Use your abilities. They hit, and they hit hard. But we got sidetracked. Let's get back to the battle. So normally, as you can see in the top left there above the Red Magnus little icon, R3. He will be in Revenge Mode for 3 turns. There are a couple of rare occasions where somebody will be in Revenge Mode for 9999.
Let's go!
I want to bring out Killia.
It's my
I
turn.
bring out Seraphina. I'm going to lift Killia and throw him closer to the enemy. We want to draw some of them away from Red Magnus. But we don't want to get too close to him, as he will come and attack us as well.
All men are my servants.
We're going to move Seraphina. Actually, we'll move her one more step closer. We'll attack Vlad. I'm going to execute just to get Vlad out of the way. And move him up closer this direction. Let's see, what are the bonuses this game? There's no experience until further up, so we're not going to worry about bringing out our healer for experience purposes. A chicken? Chacon. Is that for dinner tonight? Oh yes. Your enemies can do combo attacks against you as much as you can do combo attacks against them. Ooh, chicken for dinner. I will be the envy of all the people at work. Lots of counters. Kilia's is at half health. I am going to bring out Philly. I am going to Mon-toss her down to here. I will then move her closer to Seraphina, who will lift her just to throw her closer to Kilia, so I can heal. Kilia needs some life.
Leave it to me.
And yes, the dreaded works. The place I'm working now is not too bad. I enjoy it a lot more than where I used to work. I do miss everybody that I had to move away from to come down here, but the work atmosphere is a lot better. Oh, she's dead. Revenge mode. So we're going to go ahead and see her revenge mode, her overload ability in action real quick. It's kind of funny. Try to see if I can't move to a location where, nope. Hoping to get everybody. We're only really going to get one or two. Looks like Red Magnus, since he's... Is he in his overload anymore? No, he is not, but he is not going to be affected by it. We'll save it for a different time. There's not a lot to do for it. Let's go see if we can kill the enemy. And we can, so let's go ahead and execute. We got a rusted sword.
Okay.
Kilia got a nice level up, and we are not going to skip the demo. However, I will be right back while the demo is playing out.
You're good. Just as Red Magnus expected. But don't think you've tasted Red Magnus's full power! The real fun super starts now!
Stop right there. No matter how hard a muscle-brained monkey tries, they would never be able to defeat my Sir Kilia.
What did you say you bit? Wait, you're...
Did you just notice? Yes, I am the Rafflesia that blooms on the battlefield, the Overlord of Gorgeous, Sarah.
Yeah! You're the shrew princess of Gorgeous!
I am certainly not a shrew princess. I am now the Overlord of Gorgeous. Address me as Madam Overlord Seraphina.
Yeah, that's right. Sarah something. I just super remembered right now. So, what are you doing here?
That is my question for you. What is the Overlord of Scorching Flame doing here? And why are you fighting alone?
Well, you know, the Supreme One just needed to release some stress, so he was having some fun with the Lost.
And I am back. Sorry about that. Had to go get a water.
What's with that look? Got something you want to say?
Your fighting style. It looks like you're exerting your inner rage.
Inner rage? Stop talking super nonsense!
Fine. I guess I was mistaken. Sorry about that.
What in the red hell? You're a demon, but you're apologizing? Weird. Well, as long as you understand, it's fine. So, that's the gist of it. Let's get going!
Huh? What do you mean, let's?
Aren't you guys picking a fight with Void Dark too? Red Magnus certainly is! So, let's go together and have super fun!
I welcome any man who will be an asset in battle, but I refuse tactless monkeys. Now, go back to your mountain. Shoo! Shoo!
What? Who cares? It's not like it's gonna cost you anything. Red Magnus says let's go together!
Do whatever you please.
Wait! Sir Killia, I just said that I'm opposed to that idea!
Alright, then it's settled! Now, let's turn it up! You're in the presence of Red Magnus! Soon, I'll beat down Void Dark and become the strongest overlord! Nice to super meet ya!
The Scorching Storm Overlord, Red Magnus, has joined the party.
Those two have some nerve ignoring my opinion. Well, it's fine. It's only until Void Dark is murdered, so I suppose I'll forgive them. Those two will simply end up working for me.
That Killia person. What is with his ridiculous magic potential? He could be very dangerous, which could make him very useful.
A new character.
According to historians, Void Dark had taken over or destroyed over 30% of the entire Netherworlds. If Furious God, Anguish Illusion, Miserable Corpse, or any of the other Netherworlds that were hanging on by a thread had fallen, over half of the entire Netherworlds would have been under his control. On the other hand, Roaring Rampant, Brutal Beast, Dragonfang, and the other giant Netherworlds hadn't yet fallen. Those who were expecting the giant Netherworlds to offer resistance against the Demon Emperor finally saw a ray of hope.
Episode 1, Prelude to Vengeance End. Next time.
I'm Seraphina. I'm a temptress who wallows in riches and fame throughout the entire universe. All men in this universe belong to me. Now, kneel before me.
Ah, my lovely Seraphina. I will not allow anyone else to have you. Please marry me. Who's that?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on for 1 minute! Sarah is mine! Red Magnus won't let anyone else super have her! Who's that?
Next time on Seraphina Story, Episode 2, Because of Love. Tonight, you will be falling in love.
Do you need your heads examined?
I think they might. Alright, we're going to go ahead and make a quick save. It's the end of the chapter. They offer it at the end of every chapter or episode. It's always good to take advantage of them. Alright, let's see. We probably have another story.
Whoa, what's with all the screaming? What happened?
Now is no time to be calm, Sir Killia. This is an emergency.
Are we under attack from the Lost?
No. Of all things, that monkey put his underwear in with my laundry. His briefs came in contact with...
Is that all? What a stupid reason.
It is not stupid. That brute has tainted my purity.
Hey, Sarah!
Who are you calling Sarah? Don't
Her
you dare
first
give
set
me a
is
nickname.
extremely nice.
But your name is too long. Sarah's fine, right, Sarah? By the way, where'd you hang my underwear to dry?
I sent them down the road to Hades.
What does that mean?
It means she threw your underwear away. Duh.
Huh? She did what? But the tiger print was my favorite, and not to mention, my only good pair of underwear!
He has absolutely zero tact. Just the idea of that man being in my vicinity is enough to disturb my peace of mind. I would overcharge him for rent, but that idiot doesn't even have a single hell to his name. And he's supposed to be an overlord. Maybe I should cut off his head and claim the reward.
They're all so noisy.
Allies.
The
You
other
never
Killia?
learn,
What?
do you?
They're not my allies, and I don't need any allies.
Sure,
This is getting
you
strange.
say that, but here you are with them. You're a blood-soaked renegade out for revenge. Allies don't suit you. Or did you forget what happened?
Who is this mysterious person? You know, we've seen her once before.
I'll never forget.
It's all staticky.
Vengeance is the only thing that keeps me going.
Right. You don't have anything to protect anymore. Let anger saturate every fiber of your being. Release me and destroy everything.
No, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
Episode 2, Demon General.
Where are they? Have they been found yet?
Your Excellency, rebels have appeared in the frontier of Bloodparch. The main squad that was stationed there has been completely wiped out. Your Excellency?
As his 83rd secretary, I shall be assisting Lord Void Dark. I am Count Ringi. Though I am not worthy and mightily frightened, I shall be speaking on behalf of the great Lord Void Dark. Ahem. You said you had important information to report, so I made time for you. But is that all you've got, Guy?
No,
Do you think a dragon would care one bit about what ants may do, Guy? If you know they're rebels, then why don't you go kill them, Guy? Is there a reason you're wasting our time with this? Or did you want to accept responsibility for the weak squad that was destroyed? Is that what this is about, Guy?
what? No, that's not... Ah!
Worthless.
Lord Void Dark, we have taken control of the netherworlds of Furious God, Anguished Illusion, and Miserable Corpse, as scheduled.
As expected of Demon General Bloodis, Demon Emperor Void Dark will surely be satisfied with your work, Guy. 60% of all netherworlds are now in the hands of Lord Void Dark. We just need to suck in the surrounding netherworlds too, Guy.
Understood.
Oh, we have now met the final two people, or not the final two of the strongest people in the game that are our enemies. Kilia, you can now use the skill shop, dude. Thank you for waiting. I'm happy to announce that the skill shop is now open. There are efficient functions here that will help you progress through battles smoothly, so please come quick. Woo! My hips hurt from cleaning, dude. Oh, Kilia, the innocent shop is now open. Thank you for helping me, Crenny. Thanks to you, we were able to clean up the innocent shop really fast. Please come see the cute innocents. Everyone, let's play together! By the way, since we got rid of the Lost Army in Bloodparch, where are we going next? We don't have any information right now. I would like to get information about Void Dark's whereabouts. Don't worry, the Prennies are searching for it. I think they'll return soon with some information. We should talk to the citizens of the Pocket Netherworld to gather information about the Lost. And a whole bunch of quests have been unlocked. Oh, and a skip. That was super dangerous. Red Magnus almost got sucked into that black hole, along with his underwear. Oh? I would be completely fine if you hadn't come back. Hey, Sarah, you're in big trouble for throwing out Red Magnus's favorite pair of underwear. You know what's going to happen, right? Anyway, you're in more trouble for throwing your dirty underwear in with my laundry. Looks like you're not going to apologize. You're the one. While we're at it, let's decide who's the better overlord. Sir Kilia, it's no use. Hey Sarah, what was that just now? I don't know. Sir Kilia can be quite mysterious sometimes. Alright, we're going to do So at the beginning of every chapter or episode, we want to hunt around. There's usually 3 treasure chests at the beginning of each episode. Some of them may or may not be where you can get them, though. We got a brawny muscle. We're gonna change Seraphina's outfit. You're naughty, Sir Killia. And now, pretty much the same outfit, except her corset is red and she's got bunny ears. That one's for you, Nightingale. Nope, it's not down there. Oh, there's a chest. We got a junk shooter. And there's the last one. Dress gloves, alright. I want to come over here to the skill shop real quick.
Me?
Skills and abilities are very important in battle. The skill shop will definitely help you out. Please come visit us, so we can strengthen and learn and convert. Strengthening skills. We can strengthen Sir Killia's triple strike so it does more damage. Now everything has a power level, obviously. Once again, the higher the power level, the better. Goes from, and I think E is the lowest. I think there might be no, I've seen G's. So G might be the lowest, but we're going to raise this triple strike. It does cost mana to do this. So actually we're going to hold off on that because I am going to need to learn Poison Vaccine on both Killia and Seraphina. Now we did get a new character. Let's move. We're going to, so if I go into my character list, I can select to dispatch. I'm going to have Killia, Seraphina, Red Magnus, Philly, and Diane. This is my group of people that I want to make sure I bring out. I'm going to have 10 people in my first group. I'm not going to really worry about the other ones. But to learn the abilities, we're going to need quite a bit of mana, so I need to kill some people. We have our Innocent Shop. Now, this is a place where we hold on to the Innocents who lend their power to items, and I will go over that here in a second. The Innocents that we take care of here can be combined to become stronger, or you can move them to other items. Innocent Management. So, here in the middle of the screen, you can see where it says Innocents, and the mint gum has nobody. And I can continue going down, and quite a few things have nobody. Here is the thimble, though. The thimble has something called the Witch Doctor. If I go into it, Witch Doctor inflicts paralysis status when you attack with this weapon. And I can send it over to the warehouse, or I can send it back to the item. The little red symbol means that I have not subdued this. I have not gone into the place called the character world, or not the character world, sorry, the item world. I have not gone into this weapon and subdued this innocent. So I can't really do too much with them. Now, in the past, I thought the star meant this is something I can move. I have come to learn that the star means that this is at max level. It has a level of 1, and that's as far as it can go. See, the dietitian here, however, on this one, on the heal scroll, has dietitian of 2. Now, the 2 is how strong it is. As you can see, it gives me 2 HP if I were to come in here and move this, and then come over here to Killia's rubber gloves. If I move that dietitian over onto it, Killia just got 2 HP. But it can get stronger. Every one of them... Yes, the Witch Doctor. Every one of these has a different effect. You always want to have at least 2... I just messed up. 2 of each one. That way later on, you can combine them and you can breed them and get stronger items. Now, like I said, the Witch Doctor is at max level right now. When you subdue him, he'll go up to a 2 and that's it. He can never get any higher. The Coach, much later in the game, you can put them in the farm and he'll naturally grow in strength and you can breed them. But you gotta subdue them first, and when they get subdued, they turn yellow with a happy face. I am going to go through, I am going to pull things off of weapons I am not using. Like I said, I want to have 2 of every one that I can get. Now, the water pistol. Water pistol has this green innocent. This is a unique innocent, and until we open up the item world, we can do nothing with these. Cannot you move a unique innocent. You cannot take it off of them from here. So we have our 2 dietitians. Eventually, I'm probably going to want to get a piece of paper or something, or maybe I think I already do have. Yeah, I already have 2 dietitians. There's a lot. 2 dietitians, 2 physicians. You know, trying to keep track of them without, you know, actually having something to keep track of them on is going to be painful, to say the least. I might have to look into see if there's a checklist out there that I can work on. Now, I'm not too worried about statistician. This is an extremely important one. You gain more experience from defeating enemies. I am going to make sure that I take that off of everything that I can and move them around to my characters as much as possible. That is everything I want to do in there for right now. I'm going to come over here and get healed up. See what quests are available. See what we can get ready to take care of. Nope, still don't have our brawler. We can do this one. Just need to collect any one item, and we can do imps. We can, again, do any one item, and we can get some orcs. We're not going to be able to do that yet, or that one. We don't have enough mana yet to strengthen the skill level 3. I think you need over 1,000 mana just to get up to level 3 total. We haven't run across cats yet. We don't need to kill another Prinny. Still can't do that one. Let's go ahead and pick up the Kill the Warrior. We should be coming across some of those soon. And that is all we're going to do. That should be able to complete these. We will give them Sardine, because they really don't give us much life. So we can now recruit orcs, and we'll give away a throwing knife. And we can now get the imps. And what this means is if we go back over here to the recruiter, we can now recruit those character types. We go to higher, we now have orcs, and we now have imps. And we still have our printer. These are more monster types that we can collect. So we've already healed up. We're going to go do the first stage of the next area, where we're going to learn about Geo panels and Geo symbols. It's another tutorial stage. I know the game at the very beginning has a lot of these. I'm so sorry, but they really are needed to learn about the game. And they do give you some decent information. Please select where we want to go. Oh, I'm sorry. I still need to go and find the Prinny to talk to learn about where to go. So we still don't know where to go. And I believe it's going to be this Prinny over here. He says, the Overlord of Spirit Interment was once known as a dark assassin who assassinated all of his targets within 24 hours, dude. About 100 years ago, he became ill and resorted to taboo magic for treatment. That's how his body got so rotten, dude. He doesn't have as much power as he used to, but he still has his assassination skills. Avoid fighting him, dude. Is that so? I'll keep that in mind. So with talking to that Prinny, we can now go and check out the next area. I think we do have some better weapons that we can pick up. We're not too short on magic, or money. But I don't think there's really much we need at the moment. Maybe some cotton bandanas. Slippers though. We need 5 pairs of slippers. We'll grab a pair of glasses and a power belt. And our customer rank has gone up. What is customer rank? If you buy a lot of items, your customer rank increases. When your customer rank increases, the service becomes better and you may get discounts or higher prices when selling. Customer rank is shared among every store, so please take note of that. Alright. So, our customer rank went up over here as well as over here, so that is a good thing. What we're going to do is we're going to equip slippers on everybody. Slippers increase your... I want to go back to you. You do not get a pair of slippers. You will, however. So, I'll take off one of hers and give her a pair of slippers. Give you a pair of slippers. We're going to give you a brawny muscle. Give them more life. We're going to give the glasses to her to increase her intelligence and her hit. Hit is needed for ranged weapons. And the maid is going to get... You are going to get the power belt. And we're going to need to heal back up again.
Let's fix you up.
So slippers let you move further and jump higher.
Where would you like to go, dude?
There are no new... Still no new places? Spoke to the guy about the spirit interment. Is there another Prinny I need to speak to? Let's go talk to all the Prinnies.
Yeah, dude!
Why do I hate Void Dark so much? You can't tell me the reason? You're so cool, dude.
Wanna die, dude?
Would you like to know about overloads? Alright, I'll tell you. No one said anything. Overload is a special skill that only overlords can use. The effect varies, and no one can use the same special skill as any other. Seems like there's a similar skill... There are similar skills in Celestia, dude. Well, that's superfluous information. So you're a true warrior once you can use an overload. It's weird how a demon like you can't use an overload, dude. Is there a reason for that? Sorry, but I have nothing to tell you. There's our maid. Here's another Prinny. We're gonna go talk to the one upstairs. I think he's the one we need to speak to. This one.
Yeah, dude!
Ah, here we go. A generous person told me that the Demon General is in Spirit Interment. It's Spirit Interment. I gave the address to the Dimension Prinny so you can go there anytime. Now we'll be able to go to the next area. Now this first stage is going to be very easy. It's also a stage that I wouldn't say exploit, but I use heavily for leveling in later on.
I just received new reports of where the Lost Army is stationed. They are located in Spirit Interment, dude. It was ruled by Overlord Beast, who was once a feared veteran. I have heard from other Prinnies that the Demon General's army is also there, dude.
Did you say Demon
Give me
General?
1 second, everybody.
Are you sure?
I can't confirm the authenticity of the information, dude. My job is just to safely transfer everyone to their destinations.
This Prinny is useless.
Who gives a damn? It doesn't matter if it's true or not. All we've got to do is super lay the crackdown on everybody. That's it. So the Demon General, huh? Sounds fun.
You're as simple-minded as ever. The Lost Demon General is feared for being the incredibly powerful hunter of overlords. If we challenge them without a plan, they'll simply annihilate us.
Alright, I'm back, everybody.
Right, Sir Killia?
It's one of the good things about this game is there's so many cutscenes you can slip away occasionally.
Sir Killia?
Does that mean we don't need a plan? I like it. He's super jacked up for this.
All men are supposed to be destined to kneel before me. These guys are doing whatever they please. Just you watch, Killia. I'll make you kneel at the feet of the great Seraphina.
Alright, we're going to go to Spirit Interment and the Companion Zone. And again, there's going to be some more storyline. We're going to get another tutorial, this time on the Geo Symbols.
What happened here?
Looks like the information about the Demon General being here wasn't wrong after all.
Not bad. But if I went at him for real, I'd super pummel the Demon General into submission! No problem. After all, I'm gonna beat the crap out of Void Dark to become the strongest Overlord!
You seem very focused on becoming the strongest overlord. Is there a specific reason for that?
Not really. Isn't it only natural for someone who was born in the Netherworld to want to become the strongest?
The strongest overlord.
Sir Kilia, is something wrong?
No, it's nothing. I was just reminded of something from my past.
We've found you, rebels.
Rebels? What's that? I am the Scorching Storm Overlord, Red Magnus! And don't you ever forget that!
So you're the wanted overlord, Red Magnus. We've been informed that you're one of the rebels. We'll take you all down at once.
All at once? You sure talk big for a small fry. You're like a mothman to the flame. As the overlord of gorgeous Seraphina, my servants A and B shall take your life.
By servants A and B, is she talking about us?
Do you really plan to fight us, the Lost, directly? You must be insane.
We've received magical powers from the Demon General that exceed our normal limits. You guys are nothing but insects to us.
You should stop talking. You'll just embarrass yourself later.
Yeah! You got that right!
Sir Kilia, you sure are great at taunting.
Obey or die. There's no other choice. We're going to execute you right here!
It didn't take much prodding to get them to fight. With my Ochi clairvoyance, I will check all of your abilities. Switch on! Geo effects activate!
These are Geo effects? What a pain.
Huh? Geo effects?
What are those? Can we eat them?
You guys, are you two seriously overlords?
The geo effects I prepared beforehand. I'll be disappointed if they struggle with this simple obstacle.
This one's beyond simple.
However, it seems I must resort to using these vulgar cretins. This is all the fault of those who tricked me. I'll get my revenge someday. That I swear.
Alright, now for the tutorial on them. Yes, we will watch the tutorial.
Alright. I'll explain how Geo effects work. Tutorial. Geo effects. Geo effects play an essential role in formulating battle strategies. First, take a look at the colored panels on the map. They're called Geo panels. See the blue panel? Enemy boost plus 50% at the top of the screen? This means that enemies who are on blue panels will have an increase to their attack and defense by 50%.
Isn't that unfair if only the enemies get a boost?
Really? For the future strongest overlord, it's a must-have handicap. Red Magnus says, just super bring it!
I knew you'd say that. But fighting isn't all about charging straight ahead. It's important to use your head, too. Look at this. It's the source of the Geo effect. It's called a Geo Symbol.
Change green? What's that supposed to mean?
If you destroy this change green Geo Symbol, then the blue Geo panels will turn green.
What happens when they change?
When the color changes, any characters or Geo Symbols that are on the panels will take damage.
So, it's best to destroy the Geo Symbols when your allies aren't on the Geo panels.
Yeah, that's right. Red Magnus, can you destroy that Geo Symbol?
Alright! Leave the destruction to Red Magnus! I'll get super reckless! It's not what it seems. Red Magnus super underestimated it a little.
You're supposed to be an overlord. I pity the musclehead who can't even do the only thing he's good at, destroying things.
Ouch.
It's my turn. Yeah!
Ouch! Sarah, you did that on purpose!
What are you talking about?
Geo effects aren't always bad. There are some effects that are beneficial for your allies. Take a look at this.
Yes.
This is creepy. So, if you defeat enemies on these panels, then you get more EXP than usual?
That's correct. You can use Geo Symbols and Geo Panels to create Geo effects that give you an advantage or disadvantage in battle. Geo effects are an important part of any strategy. You should practice now, while you can.
Alright, so here we go. Two different ways to beat this stage, in my opinion. So, we definitely want to get rid of the enemy boost. Ally boost is decent. Plus 50 experience is great. Our bonus list has a lot of experience on it. Not a great amount, but a little bit. And has a star ability at the very top. Now, most of the time, the way that I handle this stage is I'm going to bring out Killia. I'm going to lift this. Geo, I'm going to throw it over here. I'm going to bring out Seraphina. I'm going to end my turn. From here, bring Killia over, and I'm going to attack. This is going to create a massive Geo panel chain, and it is going to cause the entire stage to clear. I like doing it this way. Gives me a lot of bonus items because it literally fills up the entire bonus list. Now, the other way to do it would have been to shoot the green one on the blue, turns everything green. Shoot the yellow one, turn everything to yellow, and then everything gets a boosted 50% experience. I kind of prefer to do it this way, at least at first. You know, get the stage special.
I'm doing this!
I want pretty much everybody out. We get a little bit of boosted experience.
You guys, let's super go! Here I come. Here I come.
What is it?
Oh, they got some boosted magic. So I'm going to... Yeah, she's got her wand on, her staff. So we're going to heal. And I will just go ahead and use her, do the victory bullet one more time. We'll execute, and this should end the stage. Now, because of this stage and the way it's laid out, this is a great stage for coming back and boosting your levels early on.
There, it's ready!
What are you doing?
Can't you tell? As you can see, they've been sentenced to a firework rocket ride!
Do you always do things like this?
Of course! They need to be finished off! As a demon, it's the polite thing to do. Red Magnus did this to all his Rudy Poo underlings to punish them. For the Supreme One, who's on his way to becoming the strongest Overlord, this is super normal.
What kind of strongest Overlord do you want to become?
If an idiot like him ever became the strongest Overlord, he'd ruin the entire universe.
Stop! We were just following orders! If you're bleeding for your lives, try telling that to all the people you made cry!
The poor Prinny.
Now, super blast off to the edge of space!
beautiful.
They appear to be very dangerous. I'm starting to doubt whether I can really use them. I was on my way to a promotion, but now I must head down a dangerous path. Oh, this is so stupid.
Yes,
I'm
but who
sure
are you?
the culprits were simply brainless incompetents, jealous of my intelligence. But this anger... What should I do? I will definitely find the culprits and claim my revenge.
Yoo-hoo, little Christo! How you doing?
What do you want?
Oh, well, at least now we know his name.
You seem awfully disappointed. Did something unfortunate happen?
Yes, I'm disappointed about everything, such as how I was betrayed by my colleagues and led into a trap. And on top of that, the only person I can turn to for help is a frivolous superior like you. How very disappointing.
Frivolous? You wound me. I'm concerned about you from the very bottom of my heart.
I find that assertion hard to believe. Anyway, what did you want? Did you uncover any new information?
Nope, I was bored, so I figured I'd call ya.
Every single one of them is an idiot.
Christo does not seem to be amused. Alright, we're going to back out. First thing we're going to do is, well, watch the skit. What's up, Kilia? Are Red Magnus's muscles bothering you? Why are we having this conversation? Wahahaha! Be honest. Red Magnus knows you're really interested in his muscles. Ho 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 ho! You're a fool. What Sir Kilia is really interested in are the beautiful lines of my legs. Alright, I better get back to hitting the road by myself. Wait, Kilia! To obtain these muscles, Red Magnus has made a super lot of his underlings cough up blood during training. So you see, these muscles are the results of working super hard. I feel really bad for your underlings. I am sure you forced them into it. Come on, look closely, Kilia. Red Magnus's pecs can super move, see? What's the point of all this? Sir Kilia just has to take a look at my beautiful legs or even my cleavage. No, isn't there something more important that we should be doing? I agree. We must go recruit a new person.
Thanks!
One thing that none of our people really have the ability to do is use magic. Let's see. No, not Homo erectus. Trying to find a decent name. There we go, Starscream. Give him an icon. A staff. No, not a staff. We'll go with fire. See, how much money we have? We'll go with skill. And I believe intelligence and resistance. And we'll make him level 4, and we'll make him a fire-based person.
Fight! Ha! I've been waiting for this.
Tactician. And we'll just leave him the novice color. Now, I did this because, like I said, not a lot of our characters that you get in the storyline seem to use a lot of magic. Christo's the exception. Christo uses a fair amount of magic, but it's not really offensive magic. So we're going to buy a magician stick. And we're going to go and buy some cotton bandanas. And a pair of slippers. Now, bow that he can also use what is his proficiencies. Staff is pretty much the only thing he's actually really good at, so we're just going to give him a staff and nothing else. We will go heal up. And we are going to place him in the proper grouping. I want to rearrange everybody by humanoid. We'll check on our quest, see if there's anything we can get done. No, we still don't have the ability to unlock all of those things yet. We can get a wind scroll. We can kill any 10 items. It's not really worth it, but we can turn it in just to say we have it done. I'm not sure if we have a coffee a lot. We'll check that one. We don't have rare or better. We've already got another kill one, so we'll go ahead and collect a kill. That's all we can accept at this time. Oh, specialty magic's already complete, so we can go and turn that one in, and we needed... Ah. There we go. Oh, we get a wind scroll. Now, what we can do with the wind scroll is we come over here to the items and we go over to our scrolls. We're going to go ahead and teach Starscream Wind and Star. These are two more skill abilities that he can use. If I go over and I check his status. So his ability is his skill power is increased by 30%, but he uses 50% more SP, but he's really strong. So he now has Fire, Star, and Wind. We're going to be using Star quite a lot. It's one of the ones that people seem to have a lot of weaknesses against. And he'll also be leveling our Magician abilities. So we'll be using him quite a bit. We're actually going to go back to the stage we were just on, and we're going to try to level up a little bit. That's the wrong place. Spirit Determined. Companion Zone. And again, we're going to send Killia over to here. We're going to lift this up and throw it. We're going to take out Starscream and move him. Let's check the bonus list. A couple of decent items, nothing really too extraordinary, but we are going to bring out everybody to get some of the experience that's going to be given out. And we're just going to intern.
Super!
We'll bring Killia over. Go ahead and use Triple Strike.
You lose. Thank you.
We'll fast forward through the color changes just to try to speed it up just a little bit. And we will intern. Now everything's going to come down and try to attack Killia.
Let's go.
Alright, he's in a revenge mode. That is a great thing. As they covered earlier, revenge mode means everything only uses 1 SP. So I'll come back here. He will kill those 3. I'm going to use Star. Kill this guy. We are going to use Seraphina. Give her... Use her victory bullet. And this will kill everybody off. We're not going to do this too many times.
Should always play. It's my turn.
You okay?
Probably 2 more times, and then we'll call it good. And we'll continue out on the rest of the stage. Let's check our bonus again. Get some decent amount of items that we can do some stuff with.
Let's go!
Oh, he's already moved.
All men
Bring
are my
Seraphina
servants.
out. Bring Magnus.
I'm doing this!
Good old Philly.
I will!
Diana will come down here. And we've got our star screen. Killia down. Triple strike. And we'll move this along. Like I said, I'm just trying to get a couple, not levels, a couple of skill ups for the star ability. In turn.
Here I go. Here I go.
We'll use his Phantom Blow, which is going to use a lot more because he's not revenge mode. I'll move you up to here. We'll use some star. And she's just going to attack. And we'll get this taken care of.
It should always play.
Now, they've been talking about mana a few times. It's how you level up your skills and abilities from the skill shop. The only way you can get it is by killing something. Unless you're in a special squad later on in the game, where the person who is the leader shares his mana with everybody else. We haven't unlocked that ability yet, so the only way currently for our characters to earn mana is to kill enemies on their own. That's one of the reasons I'm doing what I'm doing. I need to get mana up to increase the range of spells. It's the only way to increase the range of the spells.
Doing this?
And by range, I don't mean like how far out this affects. As you can see, this has already gotten larger. He's now at a level 2 on it. But he can only attack one square. When you increase the range at the skill shop, you actually can affect 2 squares, 3, 4, I can't remember if there's a 5 or if it jumps straight to 6, and the end game is, I think, 9 squares is what you can end up using total.
Great. You lose. Thank you.
Now, like I said, the other way to do this stage, and if I do the stage again, I'll show you. Actually, I probably will do this one more time, and depending on the bonus list, like this one would have been a perfect place to do it on, because this has nothing but money on it, which is great. We need money. But I'll do it one more time, and I'll show the other way to do this, and it won't fill up our bonus gauge that I'm aware of. But we'll be able to get some more experience out of it. And like I said, right now is not the best time to be doing this, as later on we'll be able to get some abilities where we're able to affect what level our enemies are, how tough they are to kill, how much experience we earn, how much weapon mastery we earn. We'll be able to unlock some stuff to do that, but we can't do that until we unlock the strategy assembly. And we're going to do this one more time, and I'm going to do things a little differently this time. So I've been coming over, grabbing the yellow, tossing it onto the blue, breaking the yellow so that it changes everything to yellow, then to green, and that wipes out everything. Now, the other way that we can do this is we'll bring Killia out. We're still going to throw this over to here. We'll bring everybody out.
I'll get super reckless!
I'm doing this! I will! I can do this!
In turn.
As expected.
What we're going to do instead of killing this one, we're still going to place him here. We're going to go and do star. We're going to kill the green one this time.
I can do this!
So the green one
My brain is
is going to turn all the blue to green, all the green to yellow, and then it's going to stop. because this never got affected. However, that means everything on here is going to be 50% more experience per kill. As you can see, like, they were able to attack 2 enemies. We don't have that ability yet. Oh, and Killia is out of SP. So we're going to have the maid move over to here. Maid's going to use an item. She is going to use an unopened soda on Killia. And she's going to use another item with the unopened soda on Starscream. I want to use Star. Now, the other bad thing, or not bad thing, the other thing is obviously these enemies now have more life on them than what's normal, because we didn't hit them as hard. But still, like, those 3 zombies are going to stay alive. She is not going to be able to kill this enemy straight off. He can't get over there. Let's use our healer to lift Red Magnus. Throw him over here. He will do a boulder crush on the enemy. We will execute to see where we're left.
Of course.
Let's end this quick.
Oh, she ended up killing it. So we'll move him over to here to take out this imp. The imps are a little dangerous. They got some magic. Our characters aren't very resistant to them at the moment. We're going to go ahead and end turn because all of our characters have taken actions. Killia is going to get surrounded by the zombies. Now, later on, one of the side effects of leveling the enemies is they'll have more and better skills. We're going to move Killia down to here. And before we end the stage, we're at level 3. Again, we only got mostly money on the stage. She has no special skills. Okay, let's see about bringing Seraphina over here. I still want to clear out the rest of the stage's geo panels. Try to get my bonus gauge as high as possible. I'm going to miss out on a little bit of experience, but it's not that bad. And again, I'm definitely going to want to use my star. Take him out, and we'll end the stage. And this is the last time I'm going to run through this. We're going to go heal up and continue on with the storyline.
You okay?
Well, looks like we completed some quests. We've killed enough enemies. It's another good thing to do there is we can kill the enemies. We get the Wind Blessing Scroll. And we get a Power Coach Scroll. Now, the one thing I don't like, and I hate to say this, is you can't figure out what this does just by looking at it. It just says, look, you get to learn this. You have to try to use the ability. And then down at the bottom, Intelligence restores the target's HP. It's a level 1. Wind Blessing increases the wind element damage dealt by 10%. So that would be actually pretty good to do on Starscream, because he has the wind ability, but we'll deal with that later. And then Weapon Mastery upgrade for attack monster weapons becomes B. Now, this is something that you should use on one of your monster class, because they're the only ones that can equip those weapons. But we're not going to take care of that at the moment. We're not too worried about it. Go ahead and heal up, and we have another prize. We have a level 0 rare 50 Yes, that is correct, Gifted Sassafras. Instead of telling you what it does straight on the item menu screen, you actually have to attempt to use it to actually figure out what it does. And I really think they could have designed that better. I really think on the item screen it should tell you this is what it is. I shouldn't have to go to yet another screen to go, hey, do I really want to learn this? What does this even do, and who do I want to put it on? Just tell me from the item screen. It's like, okay, this teaches me the heal ability. I want this on some non-healer, maybe maybe on my my star caster, my magic caster that's not a healer, he's going to have a high int. Let me put heal on him just as a backup healer. He's not going to really learn any other healing spells, but it's heal. It's a good thing to have. But unless you've done the research or you've tried using it in the past, you don't know what it does. Now, again here, this is an item that we've won from our prize list for, you know, taking damage in the world. And all of our items here are going to be level 0, rare 50 legendary items. This one comes with 2 items on it, so we're going to go ahead and collect this one. I like the looks of what's on there. I don't know exactly what they do, but we're going to find out. And we're going to see if there's any other items to collect. There are not. Now, Brawny Muscle, I'm going to want to equip this on Killia. It's going to give him 8 more life, and plus 2 to sword attacks from the looks of it, and that's probably going to be his fencing coach. Don't know what the Medicine Man does, so let's go find that out real quick. Come over here. We'll see his Brawny Muscle. Ah, Paralysis Resistance. Good one to have. And increased resistance against sword-type weapons. So it wasn't dealing more damage, it was actually protecting him from swords. Which is a bonus. We're going to get retreated because equipping that item made him take damage. We're going to save real quick, and we should have time for one more stage before we head off.
Where would you like to go, dude?
Alright. We should be, I think, pretty much done with tutorials at this point. There's going to be a lot of storyline, though.
Oh my, your idiocy is beyond saving. We captured the Lost, but instead of making them give up the Demon General's location, you go and shoot them off.
Yeah, he's not very smart.
You didn't even try to stop Red Magnus!
You were doing something so idiotic, I was dumbstruck and forgot to stop you. I am not to be blamed for this.
Yeah, right. When you saw the firework go off, you said, "My, how beautiful!"
That was...
He's not wrong. She did say that.
Out. Anyway, it looks like the Lost have labeled us as rebels. That probably means they'll start coming to us. Not bad. Just as I finished saying that, here they are.
This battle shall decide if they are truly worth using. If they're defeated here, they're useless. I'll have no need for them.
Yes, now I remember something I was going to try to cover earlier, but I'll try to cover it now. Alright, Red Magnus will super lay the crackdown on them. It's nice that you're so enthusiastic. There's one thing you should watch out for. This is why I made the caster. Is there a problematic enemy or something? Yeah, that sludge back there. That sludge has an ability that decreases damage taken from non-elemental attacks. It'll be hard to hurt. And sludges have high weapon resistances to fist, swords, and guns. What's weapon resistance? Here's a tutorial. I was wrong. Tutorials are not over. All characters have resistances to weapons and elements. These are the resistances. The higher the number, the more resistant they are to those attacks. Negative numbers are bad. In this situation, fists, swords, and guns are really high. Spears and bows aren't good either. If you attack with a fist, sword, or gun, nearly half of the damage will be decreased. Yes, more tutorials. Tutorials are your friends. I just wish they covered everything about it and not just went, we'll cover 65% and leave the rest to them. That is problematic. The Supreme One will just have to super overpower him. That's one solution. However, there is an easier way to defeat it. It's allergic to magic. It has very low elemental resistances. If you attack with magic, like fire, its ability won't activate. So you should watch the resistances when you fight. Well, yes, you should, or you just do what Red Magnus suggested and just overpower them. So the thing I was going to cover earlier, it's about lifting. says throw height of 28 DM. So we're currently on a 36 DM, and they don't ever really explain, does that mean that I can throw up to a, like, 64-ish? Or how that portion of throw actually works. Now, we are going to split up a little bit. We'll send Kilia down this way. We'll use his new ability. I should be able to reach the enemy from there. Enemies are getting a little bit stronger at this point. We are level 7. They are level 5, but they're not dying in one hit, so we need to upgrade our equipment now. Let us check our abilities. When dealing damage, they recover life. Decreases non-elemental damage taken by 50. She is a red mage female type mage, so she uses 50% less SP, but her abilities aren't as strong. Special skill power is increased by 30%, but it costs more magic. And that's it at the moment. So we're going to send our mage out.
I can do this.
Along this route as well. Yeah, I'll pull them all the way out.
I'm doing this.
Healer will follow Kilia. No. Healer will follow these two. And Red Magnus and Diane will follow the other direction. And we'll intern.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll get super reckless!
Alright, we'll boulder crush this guy. We will do that. We will star. Actually, no, not star. So the zombie is neutral to star, but it takes a lot more damage from fire. So we will use fire on him. And we'll move her up there. Hopefully she gets a bonus from that. It's not going to be the best. So we'll just have her attack with her bow. Just in case. Kilia, we'll move you up to here. We're going to try to lure out those magic users. And we're going to defend. Just in case they come down further. And we will execute.
Super!
I can do this.
So she never got to attack. See if we can move. We cannot move Red Magnus, so we're going to intern. Let's see. Oh, we got him to come down, and they're not doing too bad to us. I'll do a triple strike, take him out. Go for him. So, we're actually just going to move him up, and we'll normal attack with him. Hopefully 60% chance that they will team attack there. Move all these guys up and around. They would not be able to move this far if it wasn't for the fact that I have shoes on them.
Great. You lose.
Here I come!
Alright, team attack. If they take it out, they both get the experience, and that is a wonderful thing.
Huh? For my master.
Wonderful.
Yeah. What is it? What is it? Oh, go, go, go!
Let's turn it up!
So we're actually going to switch her back to her wand. Oh good, she got Esquire. That is a great thing to have. What are you weak to? Weak to Star. We're going to move him up and attack her with Star ability. We will try burst him. Now, one thing they did not cover when they were talking about weaknesses is the fact that some of your abilities, and he does not have one at the moment. Actually, he does. Exploding Tiger. This Exploding Tiger is ice. It is an elemental attack, so it will work perfectly fine against these sludges. Boulder Crush has not got one, but it'll take down the defense, and she has no special abilities at the moment, so that sucks for her. Let's move on up. Missed one. And we will execute, see what happens. Now heal Serafino. Blow her up with a star. And she's going to skill up. But she did not counterattack. Now, go to her status real quick. Go to her specials. So, Espoir. It cures all ailments. It is a wonderful thing to have when you're poisoned or other items. Let's move you here. Put you a little bit in a dangerous way, but shouldn't be too big of a deal. Yep.
All men are my servants.
They lined up perfectly. We're going to go with Exploding Tiger. We're just going to hit all three of them. So it looks like one of them is not going to die. Which one is Alec? Alright, Alec's the front one. Nope, I'm not worried about bringing him up then. We'll attack Alec. Doesn't look like it's going to do any damage though. We'll attack Duncan. Just in case, we'll put a fire on Duncan. Oh, he's out of range. Move him around then. And switch her and we'll attack as well. Pretty sure it's going to be dead by that point. And we will execute.
Thank you.
Yep, we got all three of those. And there goes that one. And that is the end of the stage. We did not get our cotton bandana, but I wasn't really expecting to.
Okay?
But we didn't lose anybody either, so that's a great thing. We will not skip the storyline.
It appears you are all relatively unscathed. It takes great brilliance to emerge from a battle with the lost in such fine condition.
Who are you?
Oh, please. There's no need to be so cautious. I am not your enemy. My name is Christo. Like you, I too fly the colors of revolt against the lost and Demon Emperor Void Dark.
He really isn't an enemy. How boring.
You're such an idiot. Just because he claims he is not an enemy doesn't prove that he truly isn't our enemy.
Huh? Why not?
You guys are funny. By the way, your fight back there was excellent. Your power took down the feared Lost Army. Especially you. You are the demon hero that I've been looking for.
Me? A hero? Stop fooling around.
Wait! Aren't you two being a little too familiar for guys who just met? In case you didn't know, Sir Killia is mine.
Oh, then pardon me. In that case, I shall offer to shake your hand as well, as a sign of friendship.
That won't be necessary. I'm not some hussy who allows just any man to touch her skin.
If you want to compare hand grip strength, step right up. Right hand or left hand? Take your pick.
Well, that about does it for the greetings. Now let's move on to the main point. If you are fighting the Lost, then you must know about the Demon General, correct?
Stop holding back. I'm sure you have some information about him, don't you?
You are precisely correct. You have all seen just how rough Spirit Interment has become, right? It was completely destroyed. There is only one person who could have done that. One who is so powerful, he is rumored to be one of the top demon generals. Demon General Bloodus.
The one who is second in strength only to Void Dark? That Demon General Bloodus?
We've seen him. He doesn't look that tough.
Magnus says, just bring it! He would be such a perfect opponent! Red Magnus is trembling with excitement!
Stop trying to act tough. If you two are so scared, then don't come. I can just go by myself.
Who said the Supreme One was scared? Nothing scares Red Magnus!
A little bit.
Trying to fight the Demon General without a plan?
much later in the game, we actually get some more story back character development on these people.
While I assassinate Demon General Bloodus from his blind spot. Yes, that's the plan. Please wait for me, Sir Killia.
Instead of falling on their behinds at the thought of facing Demon General Bloodus, they're actually excited. They are useful. Everyone, please wait for me. I'll lead the way.
He seems fishy. The mysterious Christo became an ally. I don't trust him. Right, we're gonna back out, do the heals. Oh, check the skit. Stare. What is it? Do I have something on my face? It's a million light years too soon for you to fool me. What do you mean? Since I met you, I've always thought it was weird. You may have fooled Sir Killia, who's kind, and that monkey, Red Magnus, but I won't be fooled. All the dots. Stop remaining silent. Why don't you say something? Could you be into boys' love? What? That friendly gesture you had with Sir Killia, even though you had just met him, not to mention how unusual it is to hold his hand. This whole situation, Christo, is pointing squarely in the direction of BL. Boom! No, no, no. I have absolutely zero interest in that. Please stop right now. I'm innocent. She jumps to a lot of conclusions. Is that so? I swear to to the devil. Very well. But if you try to make advances on my Sir Killia, I will kill you. Sir Killia is my most valuable servant. I don't know why, but I'm scared. I want to go home, fast. I would be too, Christo. Alright, let's go ahead and heal up. Did we get anything? Oh, we have not. Let's see. When's our next thing? 3,200. We're at 7. Oh, it's down there at the bottom. What am I doing? We've almost used enough SP, so we'll get something soon from there. We've only lost one character, and we definitely don't have enough for the combination item. We need to kill some more people off. See if there's anything in the quest log that we want to take. No. Still can't do any of those yet. Still can't do that. Don't want to do that. We've done that one already. No cats yet. Not yet on that one. Don't have an experience potion, and that is it. So no, there's still nothing that we can do there. We don't have the Cafe a lot. Surprised we don't have an ABC gum. We can probably do that one real quick before we end the stream. We should have some gum in here for sale. Oh no, it wants an ABC gum. I have mint gum. Oh, but we can buy the Cafe a lot, so we can go complete that one. And we'll get 300. We paid 117, we get 300, so that's a good increase-ish. Take a long time to make some decent money off of it, though, so we're not going to do that. And at this point, we are going to save, and we are going to prepare to end the stream. We have saved. We're going to stay right there. We're going to switch over to the ending stream. I do hope everybody's had a wonderful time tonight. I am Triner276. I'm a variety streamer. I want to thank everybody for joining in. We're going to end a couple minutes early since I don't want to really start anything at this point. We are going to raid out to Mr. Filings. He is a great streamer. He's currently running some, I believe he's still on World of Warcraft. That's what he's been streaming most recently here. So we're going to hop on over there and say hi to him. I hope you all have had a wonderful time, and I will catch you all on Monday for some Final Fantasy XIV. Everybody have a great weekend. 2 viewers! Yay! I have viewers! Alright, we are ready to raid. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. Take care now.